Hey everybody, Scott Steen with the winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the Dave Kane studio, deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep 3. As always, please give us a thumbs up if you're digging the picks. And if you've been watching us for a while, you made a little money on our picks here for the last couple weeks. Hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and that way you'll get notified every time we put out a new video. So that'll be cool for you. And, of course, let us know what you're playing today. Let us know what you're on, if you're tailing these picks, if you're fading these picks. And a lot of games out there today, so I know you guys have conjured up a lot of fantastic plays on your own. So feel free to share those with the group, and when you get them right, of course, not only will you enrich yourself financially, but you will also receive that which is coveted by all far and wide. You will receive a shout-out at the end of the video, just like we're going to have the shout-outs here in just a little while. So, without further ado, let's get right to it, shall we? Quick recap of yesterday's action. We went a heartbreaking 1-2 on the free side to break our streak here. We had G Dubs start the day off, a little early action, as we had GW getting 2 points. And I know you guys weren't sweating it a bit when they were down 16 in the first half. But those of ye of little faith, as they came storming back and just trailed by 1 at halftime. Holy mackerel, the Colonials got it done. And then we finished off with a couple of games that definitely could have gone our way. We had Oklahoma over 145.5. Holy toe on the line, Batman. Oh, man. If you didn't see it, good for you. It was 72-69, West Virginia in the lead. And Oklahoma got the ball with about, 3 or 4 seconds left. Come down, shoot the three, swish. Climb expires. Hey, we're headed to overtime, 72-72. I like the chances of us getting 2 more points in the next 5 minutes. However, his toe was on the line, and you know what? I saw it when he shot it. I was hoping I was wrong. I'm like, that was fast. Maybe I missed it. Nope. I got excited. Saw the referee's hand go up. It's going to be a 3-pointer, and then they're like, they're going to take a look at it. Like, that's not going to be good, and it wasn't. We end up losing 72-71 to keep the total under the 145.5. Grr. And, the other one, we finished off with our Phoenix Suns trying to get it done one more time, and they were very good to us for 3 quarters, but they just fell apart in the 4th quarter, ended up taking a beat down, and couldn't hang on. Couldn't hang on. If you wondered how long it was going to last for the Phoenix Suns, it lasted up until the 4th quarter started in that game today. So 1-2. We go 2-2 on the premium side. Another kind of a tough beat for us. We had Lamar -4.5 against Houston Baptist, and again another team that's up 10 points with 5 minutes to go and absolutely cruising. And then they decided, you know what? That's a little bit. That's not enough excitement. So we want to go ahead and let them catch back up. Lamar ends up covering by 3 in another game where we had a couple of shots at the end to get us up and over that number, but it didn't happen. And so we lose that one. We had the Miami-Detroit over in a game that was absolutely pounded by the Sharps. The under was, and I thought I was going to take a shot at being smarter than all the Sharps in the country, and we were going to bet the over, and that did not go well, as Detroit, for the second game in a row, put up a mid-70s. 74 is what they put up tonight. I thought that 75 they put up last time was an outlier. They'd been averaging a ton of points, and it wasn't to be. Miami did their job. They put up 108. We're only trying to get to it ended up being about 208 or so. We were only trying to get there. The number moved in our favor, and we couldn't make it happen because Detroit just was awful. But we closed it out strong. We had 2 picks from the Texas A&M Vanderbilt game. We had Texas A&M to cover a short number. We had them just covering 3 points in that game. I thought that was maybe the play of the year. And then we also had the under in that game, and that came in well under the total. as Vanderbilt continues to put up numbers in the 50s, and that ain't going to get you many overs, and it didn't tonight as well. So 2-2 we go. I know a lot of people played the parlay on that last game, so they got a little profit. But here we go. How about today's Deep 3? We're going to start in the ACC as North Carolina State, off their big win, takes on the Virginia Cavaliers. Opening number on this one, Virginia minus 10.5. And the Cavs return to the scene of the crime. You know, the last time they were on this floor in Charlotte, they became the first #1 seed in NCAA history to get taken down by a 16 seed. That was the UMBC Terriers that took care of that. You want to know who benefited the most from that one? Probably me. You know why? Because the next game was K-State, and instead of K-State having to play the #1 team in the country, the Virginia Cavaliers, they got to play UMBC. And because of that, they got to go to the Sweet 16 in Atlanta, which I got to go see. And Bob's your uncle. That was a lot of fun, even though they ended up falling one game short of heading to the Final Four, but we had a blast down there in Atlanta seeing the regional. So now they get a North Carolina State team that overcame a 16-point deficit to edge Clemson by 1 point. You know what? The Cavs are on a mission right here. The Wolfpack on tired legs off an emotional comeback. I don't like the way that sets up at all. Give me the Virginia Cavaliers to take care of business, put that defense in gear, shut down North Carolina State, and cover the 10.5 points. Moving on to the SEC, because the SEC won't let me be me. Anyway, there's one for Marshall. Taking a look at the Arkansas Razorbacks as they take on the Florida Gators. I like the total in this one of 135. These teams have been absolute under machines. They've seen the under both of them have seen the under go 21-10 this season, with Arkansas posting a 12-6 record in conference, and Florida checking in at 11-7 on the side of the under. It's hitting in 9 of the Gators' last 11, 7 of the Hogs' last 10. You know what? You look at the numbers on this, you think that total's a little bit low, but I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight the trends. These two teams, when they got together last time, they put up 106. They may do a little better than that, but I think they come in under the total of 135. And last is we're looking at Chicago State versus New Mexico State. And I don't have a number on this one as of yet. I think it's going to be somewhere in the 26 range. And don't be afraid, because is Chicago State the worst team in the worst conference in D1? Nope. That would be the they're playing today. I think it's Charlotte. No, that's all right. Yeah, I can't. They play out of the MEAC. It's not Savannah State, but there's one team that's actually worse than Chicago State. Just one. Chicago State is a dreadful team in a bad WAC division. However, New Mexico State is the exception. They are a quality team with just 4 losses this season, and one of those losses was a 3-point loss in Lawrence against KU in a game that they actually led at halftime. New Mexico State takes care of business versus double digits. These teams met less than 2 weeks ago, and we had a play on this one. New Mexico State minus 26.5, and they took care of business easily against Chicago State. I don't think Chicago State got any better in the last couple of weeks. Give me the New Mexico State Aggies right here to cover up that big number. We're going to lay some wood, but then we're going to set it on fire. All right. So New Mexico State minus 26.5-ish, Florida under 135, and Virginia minus 10.5 points. You get yourself down on those games, and at the end of the night, you guys can join me as we head back to the window. All right, let's take a look at some shout-outs over here. All right, we have the astute Aardvark. He sniffed out Marshall in the first half under 77.5. Nice job. Myron R. He said, not my teams, but Golden State and Missouri win tonight. Very nice. That's a good call. First time, as I recall, that we've heard from Myron. So thanks for checking in, brother. And that's a couple of good picks there as my Missouri Tigers try to mount an unlikely run to the NCAA tournament. They have one path, and that's to win the tournament. So, all they have to do is get past Auburn today, and then take a look at your Tennessees, your Kentuckys, that should go well for them. But they got it done tonight, and Myron was all over that. Hammer and Hank had Providence and over 135.5 in a parlay. Very nicely done. He had Texas A&M minus 3.5. Loved that one, Hank. He had the Illini, Florida International, and Marshall under 76 in the first half. Ryan S. said he bet big on Virginia Tech. All right, sir. Very nicely done. Eric T. He had he had G Dub plus 7.5. Very nice. The Colonials, they got it done for us today, buddy. Thomas M. He had Vatek as well to join Ryan in his victory. Well done, boys. Miguel and Nola had Oklahoma State with the points. Nice job there, bud. The Legion of Picks. He had USC, Illinois, Oregon in the first half -6. I also played that Oregon game late and put that one down just before it started. Of course, it hit a game that I that didn't start till 11:30 Eastern time that I didn't send out to anybody. So, but I did. I liked the Ducks in that spot. Again, it's kind of an action bet that I just took because I was up doing the cap and I wanted something to watch. So yeah, nice job on Oregon. They got in the first half. They got in the second half. They just beat them up badly. Washington State, no bueno. Cody L. He said he's liking North Carolina A&T. He tailed GW in the first half. He got down at FIU. Louisville, he had Oregon -5.5, and he had Westbrook over 23.5. And okay, so that's he. The note said they think they posted the 3 and the 2 backwards. Apparently, on the comments it said, no, I bet that's not right. No, I guarantee that was 32.5. My person that does this is not exactly the world's largest basketball fan, but I guarantee you that was 32.5. I don't know if Russ got there or not. Well, now I don't know. All right, so Cody, I'm gonna have to let you tell me whether Russ got that one because I did not look at that one up personally. Apparently, got over 23.5, but I don't know if he got over 32.5. But now that I think about it, I bet that was 23.5. So yeah, good job, bud. Super Cisco, he had Vatek, Illinois, Providence, and OKC. Borno had Illinois -2, North Carolina State. G-Dub in the first half, he had Atlanta, the Wizards, and the Hawks. Leaves first period over 1.5. He said nothing like a little morning sweat in that GW game. He said Scott hits again. Yeah, and that was and then Scott hits only that game, as the rest of the day didn't go we didn't have nearly as much fun on the other two. But that GW game was a blast. That's one of those things where you're cussing, all of a sudden like, well, maybe. Oh yeah, and they got it done. Peach Waller, he had the NHL first period over, of course, in the New Jersey Edmonton game, and he also had USC Arizona over 139. PMC 05, he had Golden State Warriors. C-Dub had Norwich moneyline, the West Brom Swansea. I'm going to go with Swansea over 2.5. And he said he's feeling better. He's like 85%. He went 13-2 on his soccer plays yesterday, so hopefully he's back at full capping strength. Yeah, I hope so, dude. I mean, if you're just 85% and you're going 13-2, I think we all ought to quit our jobs and start tailing you because that's some fine capping right there. And I know he didn't have the best. I think he lost a couple today, but I think he still did okay. So yeah, hang in there, C-Dub. Glad you're feeling better, and yeah, keep putting out those beautiful footy plays for us. Junior Figueroa said he just hammered Illinois. Nicely done, sir, and Illinois took care of business there. Kyle Z had the GW first half. He had Providence to win and the over there. Time Traveler Steve said it was a good call on George Washington in the first half. Said early morning easy money. I think he might have been being a little facetious there because it was nothing easy about that money in there, Steve. Paulie D, he said, yes, the Vermont Teddy Bears, that is the correct name. That's exactly what a catamount is. It's a teddy bear. Who knew? And Mikey B had North Carolina State and the Blackhawks over 6.5. Well done, Mikey B. Well done, everybody else. Yeah, okay. We got all of our shitty breaks out of the way. You know what? And that's the way it goes because there's no way we should have won that G-Dub game, and there's really no way we should have lost that Oklahoma game. They had 4 or 5 putbacks that they just couldn't get to fall and ended up not scoring. So, any of those go we're good. So, basketball gods giveth, basketball gods taketh away. We soldier on, we bang. There's a long way to go, man. And the more these teams play days in a row, there's a lot of interesting shots that open up and a lot of bets we're going to be making that I think we're going to have some success with. So hang in there. Keep your powder dry. We're just getting fired up, everybody. You guys have a great day. Good luck today. Let's watch some basketball. Let's win some money. And I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Peace.